We're gonna take a walk outside today. Gonna see what we can find today. We're gonna take a walk outside today. Gonna see what we can find today. We're gonna take a walk outside today. Gonna see what we can find today. We're gonna take a walk outside 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 today. We're gonna walk outside today. We're gonna take a walk outside today. Gonna see what we can find today.
Alright, well, it's Easter here today, so I got a little bit of help. My brother's up from Virginia. This is Tom. He's going to give me a hand.
What's up?
Alright, let's get this done. Okay, so here's what we're doing today. We got our stanchions for our lateral support cables that are going up. And what these do is they stop the arm from twisting side to side, and they also arrest the arm when it comes all the way up to its vertical position. There's a lot of inertia there, so this will stop the arm and hopefully keep it from damaging itself. So we're going to be welding outdoors today on the Trebuchet, and I'm going to have to get a little creative because over here, this sleeve's only 10 feet long and I got to be 12 feet in the air when I'm welding, so we need to put this into that. We're going to need some more ratchet straps. All right, Schwarzenegger. Oh, look at those back muscles. Damn.
I had back muscles.
All right, so the weather's getting warmer out here. Short sleeves are in. So with the warm weather comes some challenges of its own. Because everything starts getting green around here and everything needs to be done at once. In a month, I'll be opening up the pool. I'm running lines for a hot tub. All right, we're doing a little trenching for the upcoming hot tub. My mower broke. Yeah. So we're getting busy. There's three things that need to get done on this trebuchet. We need rigging, we need firing, and we need cocking. Okay. He's going to loop the main cable over the stanchion. First time this stanchion's had a cable on it in, oh, I don't know, 15 years?
Exactly 23.
Okay. You know, one thing that I get asked a lot, other than why, I get why a lot. Like why? But other than that, I guess, where do you get this stuff from? And the answer is everywhere. Like the frame that I'm sitting on is an old boat trailer from a sailing boat that was, left here, and the boat rotted away. But the trailer was good. Some of this steel was bought, and some of them came from other projects. These right here that I use for my outriggers, these were the steel rails out of a private elevator in somebody's house. Some very wealthy person had their own elevator shaft, and we were charged with dismantling it. And I saw that these rails weren't just steel, these were alloy steel. So they were pretty resistant to rust, and they're very strong for their weight. So something like that you keep for, I don't know, 20 years, and then you just find a purpose for it. So that's what these rails are from, and this is what they're going to do. They're my outriggers for my trebuchet. Alright, I'm going to shorten these outriggers up by about 18 inches. These being so long, they tended to flex a little bit, and then they're being a little bit shorter, they'll be a little bit stiffer, and I should take some of the flex out of them. can see we got a lot going on underneath the trebuchet here. You know, these uprights are very tall. There's a lot of weight, and literally a ton of weight in the air, and they tend to want to rack right and left and get out of square, and that puts a lot of pressure on your bearings. We want to keep the bearings nice and tight and functional, so we want to stop that side-to-side motion. That's why you can see that this cross member here has a lot of reinforcing on it with this big heavy-duty steel angle iron. There's some gussets here, and we have our outriggers. I would love to put larger gussets here, but this is where our payload has to slide, so there's just no way to do that. So all the bolts fastened in the center. I have no idea why at the time I didn't put a bolt in here, maybe because I had already welded this on, but it needs a bolt here. Because what happens is as weight pulls up on the end, it tends to, a gap forms right here between the cross brace and your outrigger. So a bolt would tighten that up, stiffen that up quite a bit. Since there's no way to get a drill in there, I'm just gonna have to torch it.
Okay, so currently my father, or the main character of the series, is taking Roan to her friend's house, or my sister. So he put me in charge of putting these bolts onto the trebuchet, which you saw him putting the big screws in. So now I looked, and the only wrench that was big enough to fit this was a 5/16 wrench. The only one big enough. So now, here's a time-lapse montage of me putting all of the bolts on the trebuchet.
Okay, now Jack is going to demonstrate our lateral stability. So Jack, as we did before, right, if you sway side to side now, go ahead. You can, that's good. That's good. You can see them pulling up on the outriggers, and that stiffens the whole structure significantly. Another take. Doing another take. Sorry. Sure, you want to sit over here?
You introduce me.
You want me to introduce you?
Yeah. Tell me I'm your
Yeah, okay, Charlotte.
Yeah.
All right, we got a new helper today. Who's this?
Charlotte.
Charlotte! You guys want to stay and listen?
Sure.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. All right, well, so here's what we're going to do. And I was saying it was like a magic trick. I'm like a magician.
Yeah.
Because I make things that don't exist a reality, right? So today what we're going to do, we're going to start working on is making a new attachment point, a release mechanism for the trebuchet. So we got to figure out how to mate the old system, which is pretty much this is all that's left of it, is these 3 plates, and the new system, which is much more robust, which has a hook on the end of the arm right here. All right, so I'm going to end up using these plates. I'm going to use this steel bar, which I just picked up from Arnold Steel, but everything else I need to fabricate on my own. So this is going to take a little bit of work. All right, so this steel plate is pretty close to what we need. It's the right size, it's heavy enough to do the job, it's got these plates which we can reuse. It just needs to be modified a little bit. It's you know, its location wasn't perfect. So we're gonna reuse this piece, which is nice. It's something I don't have to make from scratch. You get stung or something?
No.
What, did you get hit by debris? Couple pumps. All the way down. There you go. This is one of the only pieces where I had to break down and actually get a part manufactured. I could not make this part myself. I could not get this interior radius and make it smooth and consistent, which is really important. Otherwise it's going to bind when you go to release the weight. So what I ended up doing was I made this mock-up out of plywood. I also did a mechanical drawing, and I took this to a steel fabricator, Fazio Steel Fabricators in Howell, and I had them make this plate, this one out of armor plate. Okay, so here's our catch. Here's our solid steel bar. Okay, this will be welded together. Our arm comes down. And our catch catches the end of the arm. It's all right. Go ahead. She wants to go. It's gonna be so good. All right, so now we got the trebuchet is all wired up, so it's secure. We have it releasing reliably. And now we need to be able to cock this thing reliably, meaning, you know, you gotta get all that weight into the air. And to do that, we got a big old truck winch here, okay? And I got a whole bunch of wire, and we're gonna get this thing wired and cabled so that it works. Jack's actually already started. He's taking apart the old winch plate from a hitch mount. All right, let's get to work. A little wiggle on my front, from my side. You need me to wiggle it.
Yeah.
Is it in? Stop.